stats. Fantastic. So I'll just wait for everyone to load in. Hopefully we won't have to see a remake. No. Okay, so hey everyone, welcome to G League. As always, I'm Baseskip. This is going to be a best of 3 between DK and For.Love. And I think that pretty much covers everything, so getting straight into the draft. For.Love are going to be over on the Radiant side, DK are going to be on the Dire, and TA actually going to start us off for the bans and Nyx as well. Even his popularity making a splash in the Asian scene at the moment, and I think towards the tail end of Star Ladder, we were seeing, well, Star Series 4, so we're seeing him being picked or banned pretty much every single game. In terms of ban with the heroes, at the moment for this last ban for DK, could see something perhaps like the Darkseer, the Batrider, Bounty Hunter as well, still quite popular. And interesting to see the TA ban, in fact, since recently, even with just the minor nerf to TA, she seems to have fallen out of popularity a little bit. That might be due to DS and Bat making it through a little bit more of late. And we are actually going to see the Batrider picked up here. Rubik's going to be the response from DK, and we're going to see a Nightstalker as well. And Nightstalker is one of the heroes that I'm interested to see the difference between how much he's loved in the Asian scene and then how little play he sees sort of in the European and the US scene. I don't think we didn't see much Nightstalker at all in Star Series, and thinking back, I can't actually remember the last time that we saw him played sort of in a Western Dota match. But some early aggression for DK, and it's going to be the Lone Druid and the Brewmaster here for For.Love. So it looks like that's going to be all of their farm-dependent heroes at the moment. So just need to round things off with some support, some easy bans for DK there. And we'll see. I mean, I guess, as always, it's worth mentioning Anti-Mage for Burning, though he has suffered a few nerfs recently. So probably going to see him on one of the more flavor of the month carries at the moment. And with the early aggression from the Nightstalker, could opt for something like the Luna, who's powerful throughout the game, or even the Sven, who's not all that bad, going aggressive early, though he does really love to have that level 16. It's such a huge boost in damage for him. And DK, they've managed to secure themselves one support sort of in the Rubik, so they're not going to be all that worried about banning heavily on supports at the moment heading into the next ban phase. So For.Love, game plan for them right now, not sure where we'll see the Lone Druid land. Obviously he could be in, or more than likely going to be in a solo lane, since he doesn't really need support. The Brewmaster might be the start of an aggressive tri-lane, and then Batrider perhaps heading towards mid in this game. Not a bad matchup for him at all against the Nightstalker, though Nightstalker can just continue to farm with Void and then Bottle Crow up to keep that sort of spam going, start trying to gank around the map afterwards. So it's not the worst matchup for him in the world either. And DK actually just considering this pick right now. I mean, they've got the Nightstalker, who's a fantastic counter to the Brewmaster. That long duration silence during the night is enough time to bring him down before the ultimate pops. And Rubik, if he's attentive, is also going to be able to try and steal that ultimate as well. It's pretty easy to stay on top of the Earth Panda, and Brewmaster's animation for the stomp, not the best in the world either. So Bounty Hunter's going to be the pickup here for DK, so he's probably going to be run on their off lane, though they could look to run an aggressive try with the Bounty Hunter on the safe lane, but For.Love would probably just run the Lone Druid up against him, and that's not a lane that the Bounty Hunter wants to be in. And For.Love actually just opting for carry bans right now. Are they going to try and take this to the mid game? I mean, Lone Druid is a strong pusher throughout the mid game, falls off a little bit in the late game once the damage is sort of there to kill off his bear. And Brewmaster there for the mid game, well, early to mid game aggression as well. Try to use all of those ultimates as effectively as they can. And sort of in the late game, the spirits are much less scary since you can just sort of right click them down without them being too much of a threat. So for now, For.Love try and get a few supports through the pool. DK targeting a few bans that way. I mean, they could look to run the Nightstalker Rubik in an aggressive tri-lane, pick up one more sort of damaging support, since the Rubik doesn't have all that much of his own. Maybe something like the Keeper of the Light. And yeah, For.Love just continued to ban carries for now. They know that DK is looking for one, so it's fairly safe at the moment. And Sven's still quite popular in the Asian scene. He's been making a splash, I guess, across the board since DreamHack Winter 2012. So DK, we'll see if it's just one more support ban. I mean, For.Love's lanes, you can sort of see the direction that they're going in right now. Batrider and Lone Druid are probably just going to be soloing. I mean, Batrider could be on the off lane solo and then put Brew on the safe lane, get a fast Blink Dagger up, try and go aggressive. They don't really have anyone to deal with the Bounty Hunter at the moment if he's on the off lane and they're running a defensive tri-lane. So it would be nice to see them maybe grab someone like the Shadow Demon. For.Love going to round things off with the Anti-Mage ban. So, I mean, some people would call it a respect ban to Burning, I suppose, but he's just so terrifying on AM. Finds farm that I think, well, finds farm fantastically, and then also knows exactly when he can participate. I mean, there's a reason that people consider him one of the best, well, not even one of the best carries, but one of the best players in the game. So, again, DK just safely banning out supports here. No big surprises. Shadow Demon's going to be picked up by For.Love. I did give him a quick mention in terms of dealing with the Bounty Hunter down on that safe lane. And defensive disruption going to be a big help for the Brewmaster, especially with that silence from the Night Stalker. It's just got such a long duration during the night. I mean, 8 seconds at max rank, though he will only have a few ranks of it for the first sort of 2 nights, just depending on how many kills. Just depending on how many ganks he participates, how many kills he gets up. And DK, what are they going to opt for here? Probably just looking, well, perhaps looking for a mid, or just looking for a safe laner, and then another support. In terms of carries, right now there's still plenty of options in the pool. Wouldn't be surprised to see something like a Luna. Fits in quite well with sort of the early to mid game aggression that they have going right now. They're a little bit light on the team fight. They do have a lot of skirmish potential since they're not dependent on any long cooldowns whatsoever. But in the end, gonna try and, I guess, fill in that team fight weak point, and actually opt to pick up the Tidehunter here. More than likely just going to be seeing him played as a support, and with the Tide pickup, probably going to be seeing a defensive tri-lane from DK. I mean, Night Stalker Tide plus Rubik, would be a little bit of a weird, aggressive try. So not really expecting to see that. Probably just going to see Tidehunter stacking and pulling, maybe Rubik getting a little bit of lane farm as well, though, as always, my predictions could be woeful. And it's often the case, well, at least it feels like to me, is that I say something stupid, and then 2 minutes later, I actually realize what a team is going for, or something like that. The insight finally clicks, and then I want to facepalm. But anyway, For.Love right now just probably needs to pick up one more support. Again, there were some really heavy bans on those supports from DK, so might have to pick up something that they're a little bit less comfortable with. The Lina, Leshrac, and the Lion, so I guess 3 Ls there, do stay in the pool. Lina and Leshrac worth mentioning since they do combo up fantastically with the Shadow Demon, and Lion, I suppose, worth a mention just as sort of that burst damage support. If he goes for a Mana-Drain build, it's not terrible against the Bounty Hunter either. They're probably going to be looking to pick up a little bit of damage with this last support, since the Shadow Demon doesn't offer all that much by himself. So yeah, again, the Leshrac or the Lina, I think, would be great for what they're going for at the moment. I mean, Leshrac, fantastic pushing with the Lone Druid, since the bear can always tank, you can always do damage with the Edict. You can even just send the bear back to keep the creep wave off the tower while the Edict does damage. And again, the Split Earth, if you can combo that properly with the Disruption, is extremely powerful. Well, we're going to have to see what For.Love pick in just a second. And it's actually going to be the winner here, so we'll see how their lanes work out. I mean, it could be jungle Batrider and then just run a duo lane down on bot, but that's going to give Bounty Hunter a lot of farm. So we'll see how it works out once we get into the game. And DK right now, what are they going to pick up as the carry? Who are they thinking is going to be up on that off lane? If it is the Luna, they've got some pretty good damage to sort of deal with the Wind Under the Gush minus armor is going to be a big help with that Lunar Blessing on top of the Rubik. So what's it going to be? What is our remaining carry for now? I mean, they've got some great early game aggression, and they managed to pick up a little bit more team fight with the Tidehunter. The Luna would be some great team fight in terms of their carry, but it's actually going to be the Juggernaut here. So I guess a little bit of an earlier push, a little bit more skirmish oriented for them, and nice to see Juggernaut one more time. We haven't seen him for a while. I mean, I think the last time that comes to mind is when MTW were heavily running the Juggernaut back in, I guess, not even this year's DreamHack, but last year's DreamHack. Wow, that feels like a long time ago. Maybe I'm thinking of a slightly more recent tournament. No, I must be thinking of a slightly more recent tournament. But we have seen the Juggernaut run in recent. Remember, he's a great sort of early game pusher if you get points up in the healing ward. And DKR on the dire side, so that ward's going to be a big help sort of bringing down Roshan as well. They could even go for a cheesy level 1 Rosh, I suppose. They've got enough melee heroes to pick up a bunch of stouts to tank it up. And then even just invest 1 point early in the healing ward. But we'll see what DK opt for. Anyway, over on For.Love, again, I'm not really all that familiar with these teams, so if I butcher anyone's names or anything like that, I'll have to apologize. That's going to be 8K on the Brewmaster. Tutu is going to be playing the Lone Druid. Biu is going to be on the Shadow Demon, so I guess we'll just call him Biu. Hanchi is going to be, or Hansi, I suppose, is going to be on the Batrider, and guy whose name I'm not going to have any hope of pronouncing is going to be on the winner. Over on DK, we've got ROTK playing the Bounty Hunter. Merry Christmas from him. Super is going to be on the Night Stalk. It's going to be QQQ or 357 on the Tide Hunter. Burning is going to be playing that Juggernaut, and that leaves X, Die, or MMY, whichever name you prefer for him, is going to be on the Rubik. And since he's running under MMY, I'll probably just call him that this game. Having a quick look over at starting items, what have we got? The winner has been pulled, a little bit of regen, so looks like she's just heading up towards the offlane. Shadow Demon's got some obs and some sentries picked up, so looks like it is just going to be a defensive tri-lane. And perhaps Batrider considering cutting down these trees to try and get a few mid pulls going, try and get him the advantage. Brewmaster's just got some fairly standard items there, and does actually look like it's just going to be the Lone Druid heading towards mid. So it might be a jungle bat skater in this case, which does weaken For.Love's lanes a little bit. I mean, if Bounty Hunter is going to be down on bot, he's heading down that way right now. He's only going to be up against a duo lane, though once Batrider gets 6, which he is going to get quite quickly in the jungle, can afford to come out for a few ganks, but not a whole lot of potential to keep this Bounty Hunter off this bottom lane right now, though they do have those sentries picked up to at least zone him for at least a little while. On mid, it's going to be Lone Druid against Night Stalker. I guess have to give the edge to the Lone Druid at the moment. Lone Druid sort of in any 1v1 lane. The Bear is just going to harass you while Lone Druid last hits freely. Though Super can, if he needs to, just sit back and last hit with that Void as always. And RTK just hiding down in the trees right now, probably just outside of the range of that sentry though. Low duration on the rank 1 Shadow Walk. And we'll get disrupted now for his trouble. Not sure if he's in any trouble though. It's only a rank 1 stomp on the Panda. Not a whole lot of damage potential there until they get that Soul Catcher online. And 357, the Zerman Urn was still just left there, so we'll be able to pick that up. Puts down some sentries. We'll be able to spot out the 1 ward for For.Love there. And that actually denies them complete control of the urn since they've invested 1 ward down on bot to keep an eye on the Bounty Hunters. So Super's going to have free reign over the runes. Up on top, we've got Winner getting harassed down a little bit, though while Tide Hunter is away, she can afford to play up a little bit. 357 now considering coming up the river. And Winner playing really aggressively, trying to hold on to the Winner for now, but as soon as she pops it, she's just immediately going to be telekinesis, and that's going to be our first blood there. Actually picked up by QQQ. And yeah, Winner just playing up super aggressively and realizing that it was, I guess, rock in a hard place. If she popped the Winner, Rubik was going to telekinesis her, and as soon as Burning got in range with that spin, could safely throw the telekinesis and knew that Winner had no chance to escape. Burning does now have some boots picked up as well, so going to be keeping the pressure on this Winner. Down on bot, we actually have a kill going the way of For.Love, and RTK somehow dying off there. I guess the Soul Catcher and the Stomp was enough damage to kill him off. A little bit surprising to see Bounty Hunter die against only a duo lane. Though the creep wave was just sitting right on top of the sentry there. And it could have been a block, I suppose, well executed by FL, getting the 2 heroes sitting right on top of the disruption and then the illusions securing it so that they could just wail away on him. And I guess I will never know. I'll have to have a look at the replay later on. So sorry about that, guys. Quick check-in on mid. Super is 8 for 6. Tutu only 9 for 4. So not really dominating this mid lane all that much, and the bear is taking quite a bit of harassment as well. B are just going to opt to run a pull right now. QQQ in position again, seeing if the winner is going to be playing aggressively. Do have this observer ward down. And now pulling across, could consider just coming down into the river and then trying to last hit up, but looks like burning and die. Going to be saying thanks for that pull and coming to clean up all of those creeps. So for now, every lane working out fairly well for DK. RTK dying down on bot, a little bit unfortunate, so it's 1 kill either way on these hard lanes. And oh, that soul catcher is going to connect. There's the stomp as well. RTK might take a fall one more time. A few hits, all that they need. And BU actually going to be able to pick up that kill there. And just back to my previous thought, while DK bottom lane not working out very well for them right now. They do have good kill potential on the winner, though she is already up to level 3. And I guess the little bit of the surprise factor is going to be this Batrider who's getting some fantastic levels in the jungle right now. And Super or even RTK, one more time for RTK down on bot. Gonna get stomped up. Here comes the right click. That slow just lasts such a long time. One more, gonna do it there. So 3 kills going the way of For.Love down on this bottom lane with only a duo lane. And that Brewmaster now up to level 5. That stomp with the soul catcher on top really hurts. And BU doing a great job of connecting every single soul catcher so far. Mid, Super again was able to pick up the 4-minute rune, so that's an illusion for him. The harass on the lone druid, though he does have some tranquil boots picked up for now. And up on top, DK, I mean, they could opt for an early push on the tower anytime. Burning has actually opted for a point in crit as opposed to a point in the healing ward, or even a point in stats at the moment. Looks like he does have 1 point in stats. So I guess a little bit unusual there. But I'm sure it's all part of his master plan, or he perhaps misclicked going for the healing ward. And is quite farmed at the moment, leading the farm for now. To get an accurate idea of how much farm Batrider really has, just switching over to the net worth. He does have a lot of last hits, but a lot of those are just from the small camp. So maybe I'll just stay on net worth for now. And 8k with all of those kills up on the Bounty Hunter, does already have some arcane boots finished up, is now level 6 as well. And it's looking really good for For.Love at the moment. I mean, they've got Batrider almost up to level 6 in the jungle. He's getting some good levels and some good farm. And Winner, I mean, DK yet to be able to kill her off again up on this top lane, though her farm is a little bit lackluster. But For.Love should be able to find her some space in the mid game with the fantastic time that they're having with the Panda down on bot. Quick check in on Super's farm as we head into this first night right now. It's doing okay, 22 for 9. Is going to have that Urn of Shadows up quite soon. If that's what he's opting for, just have a look at the support, see what they're going for. Dai does have, well, MMY, sorry, does have that Smoke of Deceit picked up. So there is a potential gank on the Syllabear anytime on mid. The Urn is going to be checked, and Super is going to be able to actually spot that one out. So I guess a little bit unlucky for Tutu there. And suspecting that the ganks are going to come on to him, staying in the bear form for now. Just getting harassed down a little bit, and DK moving down into the river, trying to loop around onto Winner right now. Should be able to back off in time. Looks like she will be able to do so, and just a harassing hit on MMY there as well. So Winner, good awareness from her, realizing that DK weren't running a pull, so there wasn't a guaranteed hero there, and that they were probably just out of the lane. And Tutu now getting a little bit better of this mid lane. Again, just the nature of the lineup does sort of ensure that. So we've got Brewmaster continuing to farm down on bot. This is going to be a really fast blink for him if he just stays down here for another few minutes. And that could spell trouble for DK, though they aren't really reliant on the ultra late game right now with the Juggernaut. And looks like he's sort of going for, I guess, a Luna-esque build at the moment. Going to be picking up the Bracer. Has some Tranquil Boots. Probably picking up a drum as well. What's on the courier for him? Nothing just yet. We've got BU just hanging out on mid against the defensive disruption. Going to be a big help in keeping heroes alive in this game. I mean, DK don't really have a lot of follow-up stun after the disruption. They don't have anything easy like the Lina or the Leshrac to punish those defensive disruptions. And Winner almost up to level 5 on top lane. Again, not a whole lot of progression in terms of the farm, but just having those levels going to be able to contribute to these skirmishes. And for now, I think For.Love are probably going to come out on top of them. I mean, they haven't used the Brewmaster ultimate or anything just yet. He's getting very, very close to his blink, so going to be able to put the pressure on there. And quick check in on the Batrider as well, getting some great farm. And Super, it is nighttime right now. Going to be able to go up and try and grab this illusion ring just a little bit faster than the bear there. We've got some more wards down for the Radiant side, so they should be able to spot this movement out from the Super. Is Winner going to escape? She doesn't have a TP or anything like that. In comes the Winner. The Void doing almost half of her health. Super now moving forward. Pops up the illusions. They're just going to tank up the creep wave. TP support now coming in, but the kill already picked up by DK, and Super wants Bew. Going to throw down the Soul Catcher there, but the Gush Slow as well. Just TP'd straight into his death. A little bit unfortunate there. And that's 2 kills going the way of DK. So even with those kills picked up on RTK down on bot, he's up to level 6 right now. And DK in this first night going to be looking to put the pressure on absolutely no problem. The Lone Druid is going to take a long time to become relevant, though he is getting some good safe farm on this middle lane for now. And Batskater, how's he doing? Looks like he's just going to be farming up towards that Blink Dagger. We've got one more kill happening up on top on the Winner, diving back behind the tower. Super is still just happy to hang out here for now, and Burning actually going to be heading towards mid. Now level 7, so does have the maxed out Blade Fury and the Omni Slash, and with those points, well, with that point, I believe, yeah, with the point picked up in stats, does have enough mana for the full combo of the Blade Fury and the Omni Slash. So that's, I guess, a slight modification that Juggernaut players can make to their build to make sure that they have enough mana to spam off everything. And the drum as well helping him out in that regard. So DK, again, they don't really have an ultra late game carry or anything like that. They don't have the Ravage online just yet, so probably can't look to take a head-on team fight against For.Love, who do have the Brewmaster ultra right now, and getting very, very close to that Blink Dagger on the Batrider as well. It's actually going to be quite a fast blink for him. Brewmaster now picking up his blink down on bot. And Super moving down that way, might just try and force out the ultimate here. There's a stomp, no TP support coming in just yet, so it's just going to be 1v1 for now. Super's going to head down and actually be able to spot out that invis room, but Batrider now grabbing it. Super realizing that he's maybe in a little bit of a bad position though. Bat maybe just a little bit too far away to capitalize. AK actually dropping low, and really don't want to see him panic ult or anything like that. So it needs to be quite calculated in what he's doing right now. They did spot out that invis. Batrider now moving towards mid. RTK's camping out here for now, and Burning just hugging up against the tower, realizing that he is in a little bit of danger. QQQ just getting the farm up on top. They really want to get that Ravage online. The push now starting on mid. RTK still not revealing himself off. Will now throw the track. Power shot flies through the tower, already dropping low. And here's the spin. Will they be able to get the deny off? No, they will not. 8K comes in with the blink, pops off the ultimate. Burning already purged the Soul Catcher on him as well. Teamfight just a little bit split up. And Super now stuck in the middle of everything. Burning going to throw down the healing ward. Trying to heal up Super just a little bit, but he's the focus right now. Is quite tanky, however. Burning now stuck in the middle of things. We've got the Rubik dying as well. In comes QQQ with that Ravage, and one hero already dead. Unfortunately, the Omni Slash a little bit unfortunate there. Splitting up evenly. A buyback for the winner. Bew trying to do what he can. The power shot flies through. Burning is dead. 3 for 1 is the trade, and QQQ now in a little bit of trouble as well. Does have that urn picked up. Boots as well. AK comes in. He does have the stomp. Could blink ahead to try and block him as well. But they are actually just going to let him go. I mean, DK do have heroes alive right now, but For.Love playing a little bit scared. And even after all of that, kill score even for now. XP heavily in favor of the Radiant. Similar story for the Gold, and they did manage to pick up that tower as well. A lot of that golden XP just coming from having that jungle Batrider, which did go relatively unpunished, so a good pickup for For.Love there. Just gonna have a pause for now, and I might just close off one or two things, since I'm not sure if I'm getting lag from my CPU or if it's just from my internet connection, and hopefully it's not all that noticeable for you guys. Gonna be having an unpause in just a second. So we saw both big ultimates committed to that team fight, the Brewmaster ult and the Ravage just coming in at a perfect time from QQQ, but DK not able to pick up all that many kills. We did have a buyback on the winner as well, though, so I guess a minor victory there. So 2 kills in the buyback, 3 kills And game's still even for now. Might have been 1 or 2 track kills going the way of DK as well. And just going to be forming up down on the bottom lane for now. They know that the Brewmaster ultimate is going to be on cooldown for another 100 seconds, and it is nighttime at the moment, despite what that section of the clock might say. So they do have, I guess, the sheer overpoweredness of the Night Stalker right now, and just trying to use burning as bait with a 4-man smoke. Not sure if For.Love are going to fall for this, and they've actually got 3 heroes smoking up, but they're going straight towards 5 right now. And they know that the Windrunner isn't here, nor the Lone Druid. Lone Druid actually quite farmed right now, only 800 away from his relic. DK moving forward aggressively. They had sight on the Windrunner moving forward. This is probably going to be one more track kill. There's the gush, the silence, the nukes. One more track kill in the hands of DK and everyone down on bot. For.Love still going for this. They want the pick off on burning. He gets knocked back, but Windrunner may be saying right now, everyone's coming in, be careful, it's only 3 of them down on bot, and Lone Druid not going to be able to do all that much. The stomp on Super, he's dropping low, the Soul Catcher as well, doing some huge damage, and Windrunner going to be responding in just a second. Bew, dropping low, a few more right clicks, gets the Purge down just in time. The Healing Ward comes through as well. This is a big dive, even more track kills. Hansi is tracked up as well, throws down a nice Flame Break, trying to heal up. We've got Windrunner coming in, does connect a fantastic Shackle, but it's already 3 dead, now trying to Windrunner away. Is there anything to slow her down? No, there's not, but in the end, DK able to pick up 3 kills, and For.Love, as soon as the Windrunner was killed off there, they had 3 heroes effectively out of position down on bot as that 5-man swarm descended from DK, and they can't really rely on any TPs or anything from the Lone Druid, though he is getting some fantastic farm right now, getting very, very close to that relic. And still no deaths for him just yet, hanging out in the bear form constantly, so maybe a little bit afraid of the ganking potential from DK, but doing a good job for now. We've got an aggressive ward placed down for DK right now. Again, they are looking to put the pressure on. The Super now out of that nighttime and didn't actually find all that much farm in that first night, just a whole bunch of assists, no kills for him, so a little bit unfortunate there. And just going to pass off the bottle. Well, no, they aren't actually going to pass off the bottle, so I guess a little bit of indecision there. Super's going to bottle up the regen. I guess they were just considering it, passing it to MMY so that he could use the regen and then hand the full bottle back, but they had an urn and some mana boots there waiting for him. Getting a little bit more frame drop right now. Hopefully it'll clear up in just a second. Sorry about that, guys. So it looks like it is just connection based. If it was, well, hold that thought. In comes the drag. Brewmaster comes in, trying to pop off the ultimate. He's silenced as well. They might be able to combo him down, but there's the defensive disruption. Buying enough time. The Ravage pops. Well timed there. AK will actually take a fall. The Omnislash pops as well. DK turning this around in a big way. The Bounty Hunter was dead, however, so no track kills right now. Bew, slow down. Trying to make it up onto the high ground. There's an entangle on Super, but he's right on top of the healing ward. They've got a shackle as well, however. Burning now in a little bit of trouble, and Tutu looking for this kill. There's one more entangle. The healing ward not going to be helping him out at all. Does have some bonus move speed, but his tranquils would be broken at the moment. And For.Love descend for now. Burning's going to try and deny himself to neutrals, but Windrunner are going to be able to pick up that kill. So in the end, 2 for 3 the trade. Looked like DK were going to get a fantastic turnaround, but For.Love just had everyone waiting in the wings. Good defensive disruption from Bew, but unfortunately the Ravage connecting just at the right time. So great play there by QQQ. And up to 5 for 1 for 5 on this Tidehunter. Actually phenomenal play for him. Does have some mana boots picked up as well. And DK, will see if maybe they just choose to farm up until the next night. I mean, the Brewmaster ultimate wasn't used in that fight, and the Ravage was, so For.Love even finding a superior trade there. Gonna have to be happy with that. They are trailing by 1 kill at the moment. Quick check in on the XP and gold one more time. Was swinging back in favor of DK for a little bit, but now moving strongly back towards the Radiant. And Tutu actually with that Radiance finished up now. That is a fast timing on that Radiance. I mean, he was mid where he got relatively uncontested farm against Super and completely unpunished right now, picking up 2 kills as well in that last engagement. So for now, DK are just going to go back to farming positions, maybe just wait until they have that blatant overpoweredness of the Night Stalker in the second night. He's going to have the rank 2 darkness as well, so it's going to be a very, very long night. In fact, Burning moving forward aggressively, but though he doesn't have the Omni Slash, and the Perseverance actually picked up for him. Looks like it might just be a Battle Fury. Affords them a little bit more push potential, and they do sort of need it to deal with the split push from the Lone Druid. And For.Love, they really want to try and pick up this tier 2 tower on bot uncontested. They do have TP scrolls on both of their heroes. Obviously, on the bear, doing some good damage. In comes the TPs. Are For.Love going to be fast enough to make it out? Looks like they're going to be fine. And Batrider just waiting in the wings right now. We've got more heroes moving into position. BU is there as well. They're looking to use the Brewmaster ultimate, looking to take a convincing team fight. Though the Ravage is going to be off cooldown as well. Not sure if For.Love are aware of that. And hello Ryan, nice to see you. For now, and DK, they've got the Ravage moving into position. They've got an Observer Ward down. We've got an Obs as well. For.Love and DK choosing not to contest the tower. A little bit afraid right now, even though they did have the Ravage online. Night Stalker wouldn't be able to reliably lock down the Brewmaster with only a 3-second silence, since it is daytime, and Darkness wasn't off cooldown, so couldn't ensure that to be a 5-second. And with only even a 5-second silence, the disruption is going to be enough to buy time for the Brewmaster to pop his ult, guaranteed. So For.Love are actually in a great position right now, and again, neither team really has an ultra late carry, though I guess I have to give the edge to the Lone Druid at the moment. He's just got so much farm. Burning's been trying to be active around the map, but 2 deaths to his name. We'll compare that to the Silver, none for him. Really cautious, really defensive play, and just way too tanky with that second rank of bear form. Second rank of bear form up right now. So Super just farming up. They're looking to get the BKB finished on him, and I guess DK really playing cautiously. They're trying to, I guess, rely on Burning getting some great farm, as he always does. And then Super just finishing up that BKB before the second night, but For.Love trying to turn their advantages into advantages, I guess, if we're going to go for a lame translation pun from TI2. QQQ's in a little bit of trouble. Here comes the blink. Can the Kraken Shell pop? There's a Soul Catcher on top as well. Actually going to pop off the Brewmaster ultimate there. Not sure about that. Heading towards mid. They should be able to pick up the tier 2, but a little bit of strange play there from the Brewmaster, since they probably didn't need to pop that to ensure that kill. They've got the steal now, and it's actually going to be MMY picking up that rank 1 Brewmaster ultimate. So For.Love might just back off until that wears off. It's only a rank 1 spell steal, so it's not the longest duration in the world, and they're probably going to back off regardless, just to wait out the cooldown on that Brew ult. But just a small window for DK. It's going to buy them enough time to get into the second night, and Super getting some good farm, quite close to that BKB at the moment. Burning, what's he got finished up right now? Looks like it is going to be, well, it's not quite finished, but it is going to be that Battle Fury. So a little bit more push power there. It does leave him a little bit squishy. And DK, lots of wards down right now. Both teams could try and take Roshan at any time. It would be quite slow for For.Love. Similar story for DK. And they both got great ways to tank it up. DK now smoked up, moving towards the pit. They've got the Ravage and they've got that Brewmaster ultimate, so 2 advantages up their sleeve right now. The bear heading into the pit, just scouting out a little bit. Small amount of burn damage on DK right now. We've got 4 heroes grouped up on mid. For For.Love, how long away is that Brewmaster ultimate? A very long time, so the team fight advantage right now for DK. The power shot flies through. Not sure if it spotted anyone out. Burning, moving forward super aggressively, and Bat Skater looking for a pickoff at the moment. Does have the blink, the flame break to try and knock back, but for now, DK actually just going to back off. For.Love not looking to take the engagement either, and DK can't really reliably head into the Roshan pit, but if they do, they can just force the team fight. I'm not sure if For.Love are going to be able to try and stop them, especially with that Brewmaster ultimate up their sleeve for now. So yeah, looks like it's going to be a free, well, more or less free Roshan picked up for DK. For.Love realizing that they can't take the team fight, might just head up top, try and pick up this tier 1, secure a little bit more gold. They have pushed out the tier 1 and the tier 2 on both bot and mid. And at the moment, the Brewmaster ultimate is just not going to be off cooldown. The Ravage is there. This is a very slow Roshan right now, so For.Love just throwing out a few pokes. And now actually moving towards the pit, but the Brewmaster ultimate is still on cooldown. Can they take this team fight? QQQ moving forward, looking for the Ravage. He's immediately entangled. He might be forced to pop this before he would like to. There's the Ravage, not doing all that much. The Brewmaster ultimate, that's popped by DK here. 1 dead already. QQQ dropping low. There's a defensive disruption. In over the top. 8K dropping low. Is he going to be killed off? The Urn Charge immediately canceled. The Brewmaster ultimate going to be killing off the Brewmaster there. So 2 dead already from DK. Only the 1 for For.Love. And We've got a buyback from the Brewmaster as well. Teamfight continues down in the back lines. Burning has already used that Omni Slash, now is trying to spin away. And looks like it's going to be both teams just disengaging for now, but Roshan stands. So again, a great team fight for For.Love, even with that Ravage. That really unfortunate entangle forced QQQ to pop the Ravage in a spot where he really didn't want to. So for now, For.Love actually going to head into the pit themselves. Looks like the bear is dead, however, and no resummon there. They should be able to pick up this Aegis, so even more advantages for them, and no lasso available for the Batrider right now. DK moving forward aggressively, but Roshan's already dead, and they've got the Aegis in tow as well, so For.Love going to be happy to back off and happy to take that team fight without even having the Brewmaster ultimate. They're just really strong at the moment. How much of that is an XP difference? How much of that is a gold difference? Both heavily in their favor right now. And DK don't really have that ultra late game carry to farm, well, to fall back on like we would normally see from Burning. He does have his Battle Fury finished up right now, but DK extremely defensive play from them, and they don't necessarily have the best defensive team fight in the world. They do have the Ravage, though the fairly long cooldown is going to be a little bit prohibitive there. So Super continuing to farm up down on bot. Looks like he's quite close to his BKB. Mytho Hammer is on the courier, so he's going to have that in just a second. That's going to be a big help there, but really would have loved to have that finished up before the second night. Before the second night started, since they could look to go aggressive there. But DK, I guess, forcing the issue with Roshan, couldn't take it out too quickly, and For.Love took a great team fight, and going to be able to pick up the tier 1 tower up on top as well. Net worth spiraling out of control a little bit for the lone Druid, and going to be heading towards an AC, so no real deviations from the standard build at the moment. But DK, right now, RTK'd all of that farm, still 5 deaths to his name, and he's being bursted down at the start of these teamfights, making sure that that track gold doesn't go the way of DK at the moment, and it really shows in the gold graph right now for FL. Managing to maintain a comfortable lead, and DK just not happy to take these teamfights at all. They're going to be losing their last outer tower, trying to trade down on bot, but Super not going to be able to pick it, well, not going to be able to finish that up all that quickly. Radiant Structure is going to be fortified as well, just to force him off. The tier 1 on mid, RTK should be able to finish that one off. So a minor trade for them there, but that's the last outer tower. For.Love have the Aegis, they've got almost two bears. Just 40 seconds for that. The Brewmaster ultimate is off cooldown as well. That's now rank 2. And DK, all they've really got in their arsenal right now is that Ravage. So slowing down the Spirit Bear for now, trying to keep it off the tower, but already some good harassment damage there. Does Super have his BKB finished up? Yes, he does, so that's going to be a big help in this next team fight regardless. And For.Love just really heavily warded right now. This is the obvious ward. This will probably be taken out by DK, but placing this one as well, unlikely to be gotten rid of. And even if both of these are hit sort of by a very lucky sentry right about here, this one will be able to give them a little bit of sight regardless. And Burning does really need to sort of get his farm on, I suppose. Stacking up the Ancients for now. Well, didn't actually get a stack off there, so maybe just a little bit too slow. This is a best of 3 for Yubri, who's asking in chat. So more opportunities for DK, and again, if they lose this one, they might just fall back on a slightly safer 4 Protect 1 with a harder carry. Picked up by Burning as opposed to the Juggernaut, where they were really looking to just put the pressure on early with the Bounty Hunter and get an early gold lead, get an early farm lead, and then just be happy to hold on to it throughout the game. And so for now, we've got a gem picked up for DK. So going to be able to deward pretty much all of this in just a second, but still just hanging out in the base for now. For.Love do still have that Aegis and the Brewmaster ultimate to use, moving forward aggressively right now, getting some damage on the middle tower, though the mischance on the bear going to be a little bit of a help. There's the Gush, but Tutu just so tanky right now. The AC is finished up as well, so the tower is going to be in big trouble, and For.Love just committing straight to this push up onto the high ground, trying to force out that Ravage. Perhaps the Tidehunter doesn't have a Blink Dagger or anything to get him into the middle of this team fight. Is there even a 4-staff on anyone? No, there's not. If it was going to be anyone, it would be the Rubik, but he has a mech finished off. So a little bit more help in the team fights, but they don't have any good way to get the Tidehunter into the fight. And if the bear gets a lucky entangle, that's effectively Ravage sort of gone from the team fight. We've got a high ground ward right now for FL, and unless QQQ walks over there, that's going to be up at least for a little bit. And DK really aggressive positioning for them right now, maybe looking to jump as soon as FL come up onto the high ground. The shackle goes. It does actually latch on the Tidehunter. Can they burst him down? Still playing cautiously for now. How long do they have with that Aegis? It's only another minute and about 20 seconds, I suppose. So they really need to take either this next team, well, either need to take this next wave or the wave after up onto the high ground. And looks like it might be it. They've healed up the bear. They've got another bear in tow. Now just straight up. QQQ moving forward aggressively, not shackled up there. And Tutu just happy to use the Aegis to pick up the tier 3. Not even all that worried about tanking up the Blade Fury there. Yeah, so DK, they've lost the tier 3. FL haven't committed anything just yet. Though the Aegis is going to be down in just a second as well. That might be a sign for them. No, RTK is going to be dragged back. This ward wasn't dealt with. He's going to be picked off immediately. Does he have buyback? No, he does not. FL looks like they're going to be able to get this Rax handily. It needs to be the biggest team fight of DK's live. The bear already moving forward. The Gush minus armor trying to kill it off once. Though he does have the resummon in just a second. The shackle not connecting there. And Super now purged up. BKB still not used. The Soul Catcher on top of him as well. And For.Love looks like they may have just lost the Aegis. It's going to be going down in just a second. Well, just about 30 seconds though. Tutu's not really in risk of dying regardless, and For.Love continued to slow roll this push even with RTK down. So he's going to be respawning in just a second, maybe giving a small window of opportunity to DK, not really making full use of that Aegis. And I guess, I mean, they should be fully aware of when it's going to despawn. Does despawn now. So we'll see if FL just break up the push, but they do still have the Brewmaster ultimate. Could probably still just head up onto the high ground, maybe not feeling all that confident right now. They could just try and wait it out until the next daytime, make sure that Super is a lot less scary, make sure that they get that Brewmaster ultimate off without the long duration. Silence, and DK now moving forward aggressively. QQQ looking for the Ravage, will pop it now, only connect on Tutu. However, the drag comes through and the Brewmaster ultimate as well. DK all dropping low, burning, already dead. Didn't even manage to get the healing ward down there. 2 now as well. RTK takes a fall. Super being chased by the spirits at the moment. The stun flies through as well. One more right click, gonna be doing it there. 3 dead for DK right now. 1 more falling in mid, and FL have a quick look at the buyback status. Nobody is able to buy back for DK, so it's gonna be at least 2 racks here, more than likely for For.Love. And teamfight potential just way too strong for them. I mean, even with waiting for RTK to respawn, just nothing that DK could do. They're just too far ahead in terms of farm. Too tanky, I mean, especially on the Silver. The Radiant Sprint is just absolutely shredding everyone over on DK. So that's 2 racks for now. For.Love might just try and head bot, pick up the Megas, ensure the game. They don't have the Brewmaster ultimate, but Ravage isn't there for DK at the moment either. And looks like it's going to be a convincing game 1 taken by For.Love. Draft working out fantastically for them. And I guess worth mentioning, Batrider completely unpunished. DK had some great early game, well, sort of early to mid game aggression, but Batrider effectively freeing up an entire lane. There we've got a defensive disruption on the Brewmaster. RTK dropping low, Burning being nuked as well. He's stuck in the drag, able to get into the spin right now, but can't drop down the healing ward since he is silenced by the spin, and Entangle connects on Super. Pops with the BKB. We've got a power shot through onto Burning, looking for that Omni Slash, but there's the Urn, there's the Stomp. He's going to be killed off, and RTK going to call the GG there. So game 1, I guess a little bit surprisingly going to For.Love there. They are sort of the underdogs in this group, especially against LGD Int and LTG China. So gonna see all of DK disconnect off in just a second. I'll wait for the final score screen since it doesn't look like the stream was too laggy, hopefully, and then we'll be getting into game 2 in just a second. I might grab a glass of water, and then maybe restart Dota since it looks like things are getting perhaps a little bit laggy. But stay tuned, we'll have some more Dota 2 action coming up in just a minute. And hopefully the automatic victory will be awarded to the correct team here. Yep, so it's going to be Radiant victory. All of DK disconnected off a little bit earlier. So anyway, I've been Baseskip. This is the start of G League 2012, I suppose, though I think it will spill over into 2013. And yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. This is game 1 of a best of 3, so stay tuned for more.